In this video, we're going to work on finding the difference quotient of a function, that is f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, where h is not equal to 0, for the following function. Be sure to simplify. So in this exercise, notice that the original exercise or the original function is a trinomial. So the given function is a trinomial because it has 3 terms. So we'll still follow the same process as we did with the first video on difference of quotients with a linear function, and it was 2 terms. So now we're going to proceed to find f of x plus h. So everywhere we see the x, we're going to replace that x with the binomial x plus h. So x plus h squared. In here, you have to be careful and make sure that you treat x plus h as the product of 2 binomials. The second product is going to be the distributive property. That will be the technique that we are going to use. So here, multiplying binomials, you can use FOIL, first outers. So first terms, x times x, x squared. Outers, x times h plus xh. Inner terms, x times h or hx. I prefer to have xh. The order doesn't matter. H times h plus h squared. So now we're going to simplify this function before we proceed with the difference of quotients. So we collect like terms. Remember that there is an implied coefficient of 1. So this is going to be x squared, x plus xh plus xh. That will give you 2 of those terms, 2xh plus h squared minus 4x minus 4h plus 9. Now we're going to insert this information into the original exercise. I will continue using the colors to guide you into what we are doing in this exercise. So I'm going to go a little bit to the side. And remember that we are finding f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So this is going to be the function value is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 4x minus 4h plus 9. And then the second function is the trinomial minus x squared minus 4x plus 9 divided by h. So now all we have to do is simplify the numerator. And in order to do so, remember they imply 1 here. That becomes a -1 using the distributive property. So the first term remains x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 4x minus 4h plus 9. And the second term minus x squared plus 4x minus 9. That's to squeeze the last term there. So your denominator will continue to be h. And remember from the first video, I emphasized that the terms that do not contain the variable h will have to add up to 0. And that will be a guide to help you see if you are in the right track. So minus 4x plus 9 minus 9. Notice that the terms that are left, they all contain the letter h. So this is going to be 2xh plus h squared minus 4h divided by h. So what I recommend is that you divide or apply the denominator to each one of the terms in the numerator. And the way you are simplifying small fractions. So we're simplifying h divided by h becomes 1. There are 2 h's in here. If we want, I can expand this, h and h. So h divided by h will simplify to 1. and then you will have 1h left. So after we simplify all this, our final answer is 2x plus h minus 4. So this is your final answer when you're simplifying trinomials, when you're finding the difference quotients of trinomials.